Meant to.
Hello, everyone. Blind Metal Gamer along with Kaira Supersayan here. What is up, Kaira?
It's Kyra, but nice to see you again, Tim. It's been a long time. Oh
Yes,
crap.
it has been. Yes, it has been. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. I meant to say blind. For those of you who heard the name I said, ignore it, please.
Yeah. Blind Metal Gamer and Kaira Supersayan here. Tonight, we're going to be talking about our favorite holiday traditions, our favorite holiday memories, gifts, etc. Kaira, I'll let you kick it off with holiday traditions.
Okay, so my favorite holiday tradition. Every year, my mom gives me at least one ornament for Christmas. It can be something simple like baby's first Christmas, which I do have. And oh my gosh, my
Hmm
baby's first Christmas one is the most stereotypical baby girl ornament you can see. Or something like a red M&M, which is what my dad got me one year. Or it could be something
Nice.
like, something that shows off one of my hobbies, or something that shows off one of my interests. Like one year she got me a baking ornament, and one year she got me a Patrick Star ornament.
Nice. I remember as far as holiday traditions in my family, here at the Blind Metal Gamer household, we like to. A new tradition that we've started is we'll get up Christmas morning, have a Christmas breakfast, eat a good hearty breakfast of sausage, biscuits, bacon, just a good breakfast, open up presents, and then we have Christmas dinner consisting of, over the years we've had chicken, ham, and this is the second year in a row we've had Christmas turkey. So,
Yeah.
ah,
As
looking
for
forward to
my
that.
family, on Christmas morning, we do cinnamon rolls, open stockings, and presents. Then family comes over
Mm-hmm.
for brunch, which consists of Bloody Marys and mimosas. Says,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh
we
hell.
go over to another family's house for Christmas
Mm-hmm.
dinner. And up until this year, we've done turkey and ham. But this year, we are doing prime rib, which will be very fun. And I expect it to be a long standing tradition because, to be honest, I get tired of turkey every year.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when I was younger, my late grandmother and grandfather would all every year Christmas turkey. So when we were doing like different foods like ham, chicken, bring it on.
Heck yeah.
Um, okay. Oh yeah, you know it. So okay, now that we've talked about traditions, what would you say would be your favorite gift or gifts that you've received over Christmas over the years?
Oh gosh, so many good ones. I got the PlayStation for me and my sister when I was 6. That was a great one. I got my
Mm,
Xbox when I was 10. That was a good one too. I got my Game Boy Advance, my first handheld and first personal console. So that was a huge first for me. At 8. But one of the greatest gifts I got wasn't actually even a material gift. It was an association. I got my very first World Almanac for Kids when I was 7. It was one of the very first. It was the World Almanac for Kids 2001, and it was so exciting to me
mm,
because my cousin Lilia, who is 22 now, was just learning how to talk, and she couldn't say my name for the life of her. And of course, I didn't know that toddlers can't read, so I even wrote my name out on a piece of paper so that she could read it. Well, I didn't know a toddler can't read. So then but then she a few days after Christmas, it may have been the morning after actually. My World Almanac for Kids is sitting on the kitchen table at my grandparents' house, at my Mimi's house, and Lilia crawls up to the kitchen table, sits down in the chair, opens the book, doesn't even get past the cover, and she says my name, my real name, not my Kyra name, and I was so happy. because I was 7. I no, I was 2001. I was 8 years old, and I was wanting that little girl to talk. So no, it was 2000. It was 2000. So I would have been 7. So I was wanting that little girl to talk so bad, and I was just so thrilled.
I would say one of my best gifts over the years would be, let's see, when I was younger, I remember, see, for those of you who don't know, I attended the Kentucky School for the Blind. And up
Mhm.
there, they would ask us, what do you want for Christmas, Blind Moto Gamer? Well, without knowing, I said video games. I thought I was going to get some freebies. Now, hey, get some hookup. So, no, that didn't happen. They shot that down quick. So I got home, and unbeknownst to me, that my grandparents got me 5 or 6 or 7, maybe more Nintendo games. And then when I got older, my favorite CDs, wrestling DVDs. This might seem a bit weird to you all, but clothes and winter pajamas, and even gift cards because you never know. And
Yeah.
then, as far as funny story, those, and then let's see, one gift that really stands out to me. It was 2016.
Mhm.
I was 33,
Mhm.
and my now late brother was, with us. This ironically was his last Christmas with us. We didn't know it,
Uh huh.
but he gave me some money. I'm not going to say how much, but he gave me X amount
Uh
and
huh.
said, "Go buy you a game and enjoy it." He sacrificed for himself so I could have something I wanted. And to me, that means a lot. That meant a lot.
Yeah.
Looking back on it 6 years later after what had happened the next year, earlier in the next year. So, Kyra, do you have any times that you got a gift that was given to you as a mistake and you got utterly raged over it?
Not utterly raged, but there have been plenty of times where, like, my sister and I misread the labels, and we start to open a gift that's not for us. Like, there was one year, I don't even remember what it was, but my sister and I opened a gift, and it may have been a pair of socks, and they weren't for us. They were not little girl
Mm-hmm.
socks. They were men's socks,
Uh oh.
and we're like,
Uh
who
oh.
and we're like, whose gift is this? And we thought it said from Papa. Papa was our grandfather.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it said for Papa. It was one of those gift tags that said for and from
Oh.
rather than
And
to and
not
from.
for.
And
Yeah.
my mom was like, what are you doing with your grandfather's socks? That's his gift. And we're like, what? And we're like, we thought it said for
Oh.
Papa. We thought it said from Papa, not for Papa. And she looks at and she asks for the gift tag, and we show it to her, and she said, "See this? This is a for, not a from." And so it's and so we had to hand. I must have been 6 years old, or maybe 7. This may have been the same Christmas that Lilia said my name.
Mhm.
So I have to go. So I hand them to Lilia, and I said, "Go take them to Papa. Go take these socks to Papa." But she doesn't, and she knows who my grandfather is. She just can't talk. She just doesn't say much because she would have been, oh gosh,
Can't form
a
the
few months
words right.
a few months old at the time. She would have been about 8 months old, I think, if I'm doing my math right. And
Hmm.
so
Yeah, doing the
and so
baby gibberish. Yeah.
she toddles over to Papa, and she's like, and hands him the socks, and he's like, where did these come from? And so my sister and I sheepishly have to explain that we opened his socks.
Oh, oh no. Oh man, that was rough.
And
Okay.
he felt even
Um.
worse because he didn't have one of our gifts.
Oh man. Oh wow. Trade off time. So okay, I got a couple stories about one of them. Okay, I'd asked from Mortal Kombat 2. My grandfather had just passed away. And I wanted Mortal Kombat 2 for the Sega Genesis. I had a Sega Genesis and I thought it was big stuff. I wanted Mortal Kombat 2 because it had all the blood and gore.
That's the one we talked
you know what I mean?
about. Now I may have this mixed up with another game. Is that the one we talked about in our first podcast where Nintendo Nintendo had the censored version and that started the whole ESRB debate?
Yes.
I knew I had that right.
But see, Mortal Kombat 2 Super NES and Sega Genesis versions both were uncensored. But I had a Sega Genesis. If I would have had Super Nintendo, I would have got the Super NES version because it had speech and everything. I thought it was
the SNES version didn't have the blood, so that's what's.
Now in Mortal Kombat 2, it did. MK2, it did.
That's right.
And MK2, they said all gloves are off. We're gonna uncensor this. But see, I had Sega Genesis. And I wanted Mortal Kombat 2 for it. So this is the Christmas after my grandfather's death. So we go open gifts. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. I look at it. Game Gear. What the Game Gear? I didn't say what the I didn't say that, but I in my mind, I was not a happy camper. Yeah, okay. I was thinking it, and oh my God, I got sent to my room. I believe I got sent to my room, and I got lectured after presents were opened.
Now,
oh man!
I want to ask you a question. What is your favorite gift that you've given? I'll let you start.
All right, the favorite gift that I've ever given was, back in, I believe it was 2002. Yeah, it was after I graduated. My mother needed some new Snoopy pajamas for the winter, and I got them for her. I would say anything I've given my mother would be one of my favorite gifts. And this year I got something planned. I'm not going to reveal it because she might be listening or watching.
Yeah.
But I got something that I think she's going to enjoy. But I would say anything I've given to my mother. But another gift that I remember giving to someone that they really enjoyed was, again, it goes back to my late brother. And it was, Christmas. He had mentioned that he needed some clothes, some specific clothes. I made sure he had the clothes he needed.
Yeah. For me,
what was the favorite gift you given?
As for me, it's got to be anything to my mother or my father. But one thing that comes to mind specifically, and because this one was of importance somewhat importance. My dad has 2 dogs, and the dogs, one of them didn't have the right phone number on his dog tag because they moved to Kentucky. From Kentucky to Florida, and didn't have the right phone number on there because my stepmother changed phone numbers after the move. One of the dogs didn't even have a dog tag, and just had this Coach fake dog tag pendant on her collar because she had this nice Coach collar. So there's this specific design of dog tag that my dad and stepmother are really crazy about. You remember those tie-dye bone-shaped dog tags you can get at a quick tag machine at Walmart? Well, I found the quick tag machine at the Walmart in Richmond. I'm not gonna say where we are. Where we are. It could be Richmond of anywhere, y'all. So I go to because there were no quick tag machines left at any other Walmart in our area. None in my hometown, none in my dad's, none in the nearby town close to where my dad was in Kentucky. Just just so to find one and that location was great. So I go to the quick tag machine. And I spent under $20 on 2 dog tags, and then I put them in a jewelry box and flew with them to Florida and gave them to my dad for the dogs, and that was pretty significant. Now, I do have something nice planned for Mom this year, but because I'm in my mother's basement, I am not going to say what it is because I do not want what I got her to reverberate through the walls up into the ducts, which are above my head.
Yeah, I've got something for my mom, but again, I can't divulge either because she could listen at a later time.
Yeah.
So okay, we've talked about our most significant gifts that we've given and gotten. Do you have any funny holiday stories?
Well, I told you the story about my cousin learning how to talk. That was a funny holiday story that I plan to divulge tonight. Oh gosh, let's see. Not exactly funny ones, but oh, you know what though? I can say for sure that I've sat through plenty of awkward Christmas dinners. Christmas dinners where one family member, I will not say who because again I'm in a basement where there's a duct above my head, have had a little too much to drink, and then the day after Christmas I've sat with a hungover person.
God.
And I'm like, oh wait, I do have a funny one. Last year, okay, so this is so we have a family friend who comes over for Christmas every year and always brings a bottle of wine because this family friend has relatives up in Michigan and can't go home for the holidays because of his work. And Christmas goes off without a hitch last year. Everything was great. I wake up the next morning. What is all over my kitchen counter, you might ask? Go
wine.
ahead. You can. Yes.
Wine.
Red wine.
God. Oh God.
All over my white countertops and a wooden cutting board. So I have to, and there's a red wine soaked kitchen towel on the counter. And I must have spent 20 minutes with bleach cleaner cleaning up red wine off my counter. Off my kitchen counter. And I talked to both the parties in question that I was certain did it. Neither one of them remembers doing it. So obviously one of the two had so much to drink that they don't remember what happened that night.
Oh God.
Because usually this person who comes over for Christmas doesn't spend the night on Christmas night because they have to work the next morning. This year we said we convinced this person to spend the night. And I'm assuming that this person and another person had a little too much to drink and knocked over a bottle of red wine.
Oh boy. Okay, so I do have kind of a funny holiday story, Christmas story. Again, I was at the Kentucky School for the Blind, and at the school, and I elaborated further on my first episode of KSB Storytime, but we had these open houses the Wednesday before we would go home, and it would be in the evening, and they would have Santa come, the Lions Club. Well, I was about 13, okay? You would think, 13, I'll maybe get a talking clock or talking calculator. I ended up getting a miniature tube of Barney branded toothpaste. Yes. A friend of mine got a Power Rangers coloring book for 3D. I'm like, what is this?
I would have taken the Power Rangers coloring book, but the Barney toothpaste? Oh,
yeah, we all got that. And I don't know what the deal was. If they got their loads mixed up, because, that does happen.
Okay, I got to know, though. What year was this? Because I was born...
1996. You were only 3 years old.
Yes. Okay. Yes, because I had Barney bed sheets when I was at in 90 when I was in 95 when I was 2, and a good night Barney doll that I slept with every night, and another regular Barney doll, and I had a Barney sippy cup and a Baby Bop sippy cup. Baby Bop sippy cup did not leave till I was 6 in 1999.
But no, we all were looking at these gifts, right? And this is the older kids unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were all like, "What?" So when that happened, I remember the next year they started giving the older ones candy. So another quick one. Um, it was 1999. So 3 years after that little fiasco, I was 16. I'm thinking, when are they going to get me now that I'm older? What are we going to get?
Mm-hmm.
So I got this tin. It was a green tin of red and green peanut M&Ms.
Oh.
Oh, don't think I didn't take those home and eat them suckers when I was watching WWF Monday Night Raw.
Kudos to you. Can't eat the peanut M&Ms because uh
Yep.
not fun.
Yeah. Yeah, not a good experience. But yeah, I'm like, oh wow, I'll smash on these. So yeah, I ate them, and then I remember one year I got a big thing of popcorn. You know the multi-tin colored thing popcorns.
Yes, I actually got 2 SpongeBob ones 2 years in a row. I got a SpongeBob briefcase one when I was 10, and I got a SpongeBob cubed one when I was 11 because I was in my I Heart SpongeBob phase.
I love those tins of popcorn because you got variety in them. The cheddar popcorn
Yes.
was the bomb, and I remember I think it was a few years ago, before the world went topsy turvy. A colleague of mine gave me a 5 pack of flavored popcorn. Oh my god. There was some peppermint, chocolate, cinnamon, and cheddar, and I think caramel. You think I didn't eat that up? Shoot, I toe that
Yeah.
up. Toe it up. So, okay, we've done our funny stories, gifts, worst, I would say our mistake, our gifts that made us rage, our favorite holiday traditions. Do you have any particular favorite holiday foods that you just only get that one time a year that you just cannot wait to eat?
Oh my, that would probably be my mother's Christmas rock cookies. For those of you guys that do not know what a Christmas rock cookie is, it is a fruit cake cookie. And it sounds terrible, but it's delicious.
Kyra, if you're able, I want to try one. I would. I bet that would look really good.
I will send you a Christmas rock cookie, I promise.
Hey, I've never had. I would say for me and my family, one food that I look forward to every year would be just the dinner as a whole because we don't know what we're gonna have. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Um, just the surprise of it. Uh, and just spending time with family and friends and all of that. So, what would you like to say? What would you like to talk about? As far as next on the. Oh yes, do you have any funny gag gift stories?
Oh, yes, I do. It just happened a year ago. Let me go get it because I want to show them what it was.
Okay, well, Kyra's gag gift. A story for you, but we're gonna let Kyra go first. She is
Okay, I got it. I got
being
it. I got it.
the thing in
Okay,
question.
so
All right, she's
okay,
back. All right,
so
Kyra, the floor is yours.
okay, so 2 years in a row, my brother gave me candy for Christmas because he was working dead end jobs where he couldn't
Mm-hmm.
afford much. So when he gets married and settles down with a
Mm-hmm.
nice girl, I said, "Promise me you will not let him give out candy at Christmas. Promise me."
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
takes me literally all right. He pulls this
Mm-hmm.
utter stunt. Gets the
Mm-hmm.
world's smallest gift bag, and says, for the girl who said she didn't want candy this year. Oh, hang on.
Mm.
Wait, come on. Get in the camera, doggone it. This is the gift.
Oh my God!
The real
A
gift.
little, a
The
little bag of
real gift.
candy.
No, it was Rolaids, not candy. Rolaids.
Oh yeah, Rolaids. Rolaids. Oh dear God.
And the real gift was a SpongeBob mug. A SpongeBob
Nice.
cube shaped mug. But I'm like, oh my God. I'm gonna kill. Hey, Tim, let's take a quick water break and I will get back and we will resume in like say 5 minutes.
All right, I'll keep them going till then.
Okay.
All right, as Kyra takes a quick water break, I do want to let everyone know that this will be the final podcast of 2022. And this will be on Spotify, Anchor, TuneIn Radio, wherever you can find the Blindside podcast. It will be on there as an audio file, along with respected holiday intros. This is a YouTube exclusive, aired exclusively on youtube.com/blindmetalgamer. And as we await Kyra, I do want to let everyone know that we will be back in January with some more funny stories, maybe about the new year. And then in February, we might have a surprise for you. But you'll have to wait till then to find out what it is. Now we are going to get back into our holiday traditions, memories, and so much more when Kyra comes back onto the show. She is taking a quick break to get a drink, which is understandable. So at this time, I would kind of like to share kind of my favorite gag gift. I was, I believe, I was in my late teens, and again, my late brother, um, my late brother, wanted to pull a rib on me at Christmas, and when he did this, what he did was he knew that I didn't like, um, kiddie shows like Power Rangers, crap like that. And he goes, "Now, if I told you what you got, it would ruin it." So he said, "Before you open that box, be very cautious. It could be a Power Ranger related thing. And I know you don't like Power Rangers, so just watch out." So here I was thinking, "Oh God, I'm probably got a Power Ranger gag gift." And turns out I open it, and it was Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty for PS2. Great game, loved it. Um, Also, a quick bonus story for you. Uh, it was the year 2000, and of course, CD burners were all the rage, and CD burners were the thing, and burning your own CDs. You don't have to worry about buying; you can just burn them. And I wanted one, in the worst way, because at the time I had a radio show at the School for the Blind radio station. I saw this as a way to get free music and have new music every week to premiere, because I was doing my shows weekly. And my brother was like, "Don't open this box. It might be still breathing and jump out and bite you. Watch out." So I opened the box real slow. I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" And it was a CD burner. So that was a couple of funny kind of gag stories from Christmas. And again, Kyra is still taking her break. So I do want to let everyone know, for those on YouTube.com/blindmetal watching, that there will be no stream Thursday night, Friday night, or Saturday night this weekend, as I will not be I will not be home. I'll be out of town, so I'll be streaming as much as I can tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday to get everybody as much great gaming content as I possibly can before I head out. Regular before Christmas December 19th, and I believe she's fixing to rejoin us here. We're just waiting on her to resume conversation and resume our amazing podcast and have a very, very good time. So, just wanted to send those quick housekeeping notes out that the streaming will not take place this Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So, to make up, I will be streaming tomorrow, Tuesday, and possibly Wednesday. And again, this podcast will be available on all podcasting platforms, including Anchor, Spotify, TuneIn, Castbox, Pocket Cast, and of course here on youtube.com/blindmetalgamer. So, let's see, do I have any other funny stories? Oh, yes, I do have another funny holiday story, again, where I was at the school for the blind. And it takes place during the open house before Christmas, the open house before we would go home. And we were all, doing the whole deal with Santa, and he was giving everybody his gifts. And there was a student who remained nameless. I'm not going to say who it was, but this individual wanted to be mean and pull a prank. And this individual wanted to go in and do something kind of mean and then just ruin the spirit for everybody. Because, we not only had the older kids, but the younger kids were there too. So they thought, Santa was there. Turns out this mean older student wanted to rip Santa's beard off. So he gets up to Santa's lap, right? They call his name up. He comes up, rips off Santa's beard, and runs away and starts laughing. And oh my lord, did they give him a bunch of trouble for a bunch. Alright, we're still waiting Kaira to come back onto the cast, so we're still waiting that. Oh, I hope we didn't. Alright, so again, we're still waiting on Kaira Supersayan to return as we get our here we go. We're gonna have Kaira come back. Alright. Here we go, Kaira. Alright, so what was that story you were gonna share?
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, it's all good, no worries.
All right, we are back, people. Kaira had to take a quick coffee break, and Kaira actually has some good news in relation to the Christmas podcast. So, I will not go into details, but I have a sibling who works for Apple. Said sibling gets me discounts on my very Apple tech. My sister has just said that the new phone I got will be my next 4 Christmases. And considering how much the phone is worth, Merry effing Christmas to me, right?
You got that right. Yeah, buddy. Now, I don't know what Blind Metal Gamer don't know what he's getting for Christmas, so that's going to be a happening. So, Kaira, do you have any type of, we've pretty much done our stories and all that. Do you have any closing remarks before we head out for the holidays?
Oh gosh. Well, actually, I was thinking we could just talk about some random Christmas stuff for the next few minutes, and then we'll do closings if that's okay.
That'll work. I did let everyone know while you were away what to expect. Maybe a New Year's podcast in January and a little something special in February. We won't spoil that yet, though.
No, we don't want to
Not
spoil
yet.
that. We don't want to spoil the fun, y'all. But
Nope.
I'll tell you some. I'll tell you another good Christmas memory. Because of my peanut allergy. Remember when I went
Yeah,
earlier? Well,
yeah, because of the peanuts.
my grandfather had a Christmas tin, and he would fill it up year round with candy for us. It was an old
Mm.
Bailey's Irish cream tin,
Oh yeah.
and he would fill it up with candy year round and keep special candies for us. You okay? Fine, you're
I'm
shaking.
good. Hey, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. So you got candies?
Candies year round. But at
Oh.
Christmas, he would give us our own individual stockings. These little
Mhm.
miniature Dollar Tree stockings.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember those.
And he would fill them up with candies for us. He would
Mhm.
always set aside candies like York peppermint patties and Kit Kats for
Oh
me because
man.
those were my safe candies. And he knew
Mhm.
he always told the other grandkids, especially my sister, because my sister and I spent multiple school afternoons at my grandfather's. You you kids stay away from those York peppermint patties. Those are for curly top. You hear me? And he never
Now,
got mad about anything. He didn't mean it in a stern way. He meant your your cousin doesn't have much candy she can eat, so you need to watch what candies out of that candy tin you kids eat.
so did anybody disobey his orders and get your safe candies? Did anybody disobey to
My
test him?
sister was caught with a couple of Kit Kats once, and one of my cousins was like, "I want the big York peppermint patties," and my grandfather's like, A, those big York peppermint patties are very expensive. B, those are for your cousin. You can't have those.
Oh man. I remember, hey, I got kind of a funny Christmas story about my late grandparents too. And oh man, I remember. I mean, I was talking about earlier how when I was younger, they had got me all the video games, right?
Hmm.
Well, they would, go out of their way at Christmas time. Anything I wanted, I would get it. Like not the latest consoles. I never got consoles at launch,
Uh-huh.
but I
Neither did
remember,
I.
I remember like the Super Nintendo. We all went to Kmart, right?
Yeah.
Me, my
Oh God,
grandfather,
Kmart. There's
my
a there's
grandmother.
a
A memory
there's
there,
a
I know, right?
right.
So we all went to Kmart, and my grandfather surprised me and my late brother with a Super NES. And of course, we're all excited. It went in my room. It was for me. Of course, my brother was all jealous. Oh, he goes into in Blind's room.
Hmm.
Yep, because it was time for my upgrade. And that Christmas, I remember getting a buttload of Super Nintendo games,
Yeah.
and just the
Ah,
memories like that. The the family, and like I said, unfortunately, they're both gone. So them
I
type,
know.
who would have known if things wouldn't have been the way they were? I mean, I just reflect on Christmas Day, Christmas time, what it would have been like if they would still be with us. I mean, how
I
things would have
know
been
on
different.
I know on Christmas Day, on Christmas Eve, every year I can't wear them anymore because they're too small. But on Christmas Eve, I get out
Hmm.
my late grandfather's old pair of Christmas socks, and I
Hmm.
set them at my bed, and I cuddled them at night because I used to wear them on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning
Hmm.
until they shrunk to the point where I couldn't wear them anymore. And these were coming from like a man who was probably like a size 12 in shoes, maybe
Hmm.
bigger.
Hmm.
So now the Christmas socks are retired. They sit and I cuddle with them on Christmas Eve. But those socks are so special. And then, of course, my dad's parents would send Omaha steaks to my
Hmm.
dad every year at Christmas until my grandfather started to get sick and not be himself, and that was a shame. And then, of course, my last Christmas with my stepdad's mother, she gave out umbrellas that year. And even though that umbrella's got holes in it, I still keep the umbrella around because it's my last gift from her, you know? It's
Oh
special to
yeah.
me.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember just little like the memory I talked about earlier with my like brother, how he gave me that money. The
Yeah.
point of it was I didn't get to keep it forever, but it brought me something I enjoyed, and it was the thought of him doing that. He didn't have to do it.
It's like my sister who just doesn't have the heart in it for her to celebrate Christmas anymore because of my late brother-in-law and his father in turn.
Mm,
Well, you get the idea. Anyway,
yeah.
she her doing that for me, is probably going to be the grandest Christmas gift I've ever received in my life, and I've received a lot of great Christmas gifts, including concert tickets.
Oh wow. I remember. I've never received concert tickets for Christmas before, but I do remember. I mean, every year, video games and Christmas go hand in hand with me. It's always been that way, and it'll
Yeah,
probably always be that way till I'm in the dirt. So
yeah.
that's just how. Or unless things change, because things can change. So I think it's been a pretty good show tonight. What would you say, Kyra?
Yeah, a little bit. If we, the unfortunate thing about doing it live is there were a couple of slip ups because Kyra tends to have the memory of a goldfish and forgets what to say. But
Hmm.
it needs a. If we could, we would do some post editing. But since this is live, we'll leave it the way it is. We didn't do too many slip ups. One location, one name drop, but we quickly forgot about all that stuff.
Yeah, I did notice on your camera kind of went black for a bit.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that was the time limit on the browser, but that works out though because Kyra was on break when that happened.
Yeah, that was cool. That did work. But yeah, I think everything was great tonight. For our first live mobile show. So, Kyra, do you have any closing remarks to say before we wrap up for the year? And do you want to maybe talk about what we're going to do in January to kind of continue to kind of start off 2023?
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I can't really think of any closing remarks. Oh crap! You need to get the gift. The gift. Go get the gift.
Ah, yes, that gift.
Blind forgot that we
Convenience.
exchanged Christmas gifts this morning,
Yeah, yes,
and
we did.
and that we have, and I can't show my gift because it's small and it's in my purse. Blind can show off his gift.
All right, so mine. I'll flip the camera here. There's 3 guide dogs, plush guide dogs. The set comes with a pack of 4.
And I've got the fourth one right here. This is Pipper or Pip.
And we got Braille,
Yep, yep, that's Braille.
Beacon,
Beacon, very
the
good.
dark brown one.
He's black, Tim. Oh,
Oh, he's.
shit! Not again.
Don't worry, it's fine. But yeah, and then the last but not least is Guider, who is light brown. The one thing about
Golden actually.
well,
You okay?
gold, light brown, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing that's unique about, so I'm going to put these back where they belong. So what do you think? What does everybody think?
I hope they were able to see
that
that.
was the
Okay,
gift that Kyra got me this year.
I hope they were able to see that. Okay, you went in and out in video and audio quality on my end.
Weird.
We may have to go in and record that part.
It should be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Don't worry. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, that was what Kyra got me this year. I got her something that she could use. Very good stuff. And I'm gonna eventually have the whole collection. I'm gonna put those in some special storage where they won't get all done. And I'm gonna keep them because sentimental. You know what I mean? I think it's cool that guide dogs are now being represented in the plush department. And the
I
fact that they
know,
have
right?
braille on
And
the
for those of you
ears.
guys want And for those of you guys who want to know where you can get them, there is a shop called twoblindbrothers.com. And Braille, the brown one, he is only available in the 4-piece set.
Yeah, so but hey, I mean twoblindbrothers.com, that is so cool. So yeah, anybody that wants to get it, it's twoblindbrothers.com. So yeah, I want to thank you, Kaira, for those. Those were amazing. You had me stumped. You know what I thought want to know what I thought it was?
What did you think it was?
A video game. I'm dead serious because you said rectangle and round
And
and
that's what
video.
I thought you got me. And it turned out to be a gift card and a physical card, which is awesome because I love physical cards.
Hey, I do too. And I love gift cards too because you can use them anytime. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, oh, Kyra got me a video game. That's what I
And
thought.
I thought, knowing you, I'm like, oh, he got me a video game. Cool. And we had each other stumped.
I know. But yeah, I mean, in closing, I would like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, a very Happy New Year.
And a happy holidays for those of you guys who don't celebrate Christmas.
Right, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And we will be back in January with another great episode. So, Kyra, do you want to kind of let them know what we have planned for January?
What we have planned for January is just a night of fun where everything goes. We're just going to talk about New Year's traditions and have fun ringing in the New Year. It's going to be uncensored, so let the curse words drop.
Yep, yeah, buddy. 20 uncensored, uncut. And
we will try to bring in our fur babies, like the one that was featured in Blind's video gift reveal.
Yep, we will try. So, okay, 2023 is going to be balling, y'all. So, with that being said, for those of you watching on youtube.com/blindmetalgamer, there will be plenty of great gaming content tomorrow, Tuesday, and possibly Wednesday. And then no gaming content Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and I'll be back again the Monday before Christmas, December 19th, taking a little bit of a break, Rooney. So I will see you guys later. I hope everybody enjoys this podcast. Kyra, you got anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Thank you all for putting up with me uncensored, censored, and letting loose. Kyra has been a little bit of a party girl this morning at brunch, so please be glad. Thank you for putting up with me.
All right. I want to say thank you to everybody for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing, liking, and sharing. And for those of you on Twitter, you can follow me at Blind Metal Gamer. I'll be posting this on there as well. So.
And I hope you enjoyed our face reveal.
Yes, this is how we're going to do it from here on, only minus all the hats.
And minus the festive earrings and festive sweaters.
Right, this was for this time of year only. So, with that being said, until next time, for Kaira Supersayan, I've been your host, Blind Metal Gamer, saying so long, everyone, and peace out.